Hello and welcome back to more WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan women's basketball here. My name is Charlie Brigham. Alongside me is Nabeel Baig. How are you doing today, Nabeel?
Pretty good. Pretty excited.
Yeah, we are set for a Big Ten conference matchup between the number 15 nationally ranked Michigan Wolverines and the Illinois Fighting Illini. Starting lineups for both teams. For Illinois, it's going to be Peebles, Miles, Rubin, Terry, and Ephraim. And for the Wolverines, it's going to be Hillman, Dilk, Roush, Brown, and Johnson. Just set to tip here in the circle for the Wolverines. Naz Hillman as she wins that one. Naz had a huge game last game against Northwestern, against Nebraska, 35 points, 22 rebounds. Low miscommunication there on the first possession for the Wolverines. Dilk turns it over. That pass intended for Haley Brown, and the Illini are out in transition. Peebles with a nice ball fake, drives hard with the left hand, dishes it inside, up for the layup, is not going to go. Rubin missed two there before Naz Hillman eventually pulls in the rebound, and Michigan back out in transition. That turnover didn't hurt anything. High ball screen coming from Hillman for Roush. Roush looks inside, nice bounce pass to Hillman, squares up, drives hard underneath the basket, up and under, but foul. That one's going to be on number 22, Eva Ruman, the redshirt junior. That's going to be her first and the team's first.
Down low, Naz already getting some early free throws for herself.
Rubin, after just picking up that foul, has been a huge part of this Illini team this year. Nearly 10 points per game, over 4 rebounds, over a block per game. You know, she didn't play last year after transferring from Arizona State after her freshman year, so looking to make an impact here in her first year with the Illini. First free throw from Naz Hillman goes down, so it's a 1-0 Michigan lead as the second one goes up and knocks down Michigan up 2-0 early. It's going to be Ephraim bringing it up the court, working one-on-one against Danielle Roush. Illini pretty static on offense. Ball now swung up top. It is going to be Jenny Terry with it. Double team coming from Haley Brown and Amy Dilk. Long cross-court pass, and that one's going to go out of bounds. Nice defense there by the Wolverines to force the turnover.
It almost looked like they almost got a travel there, but they ended up forcing the errant pass.
Terry more so of a scorer for this team. Nearly 10 points a game, and also nearly 10 rebounds, even as a smaller guard. Loves to crash the boards. High ball screen from Naz Hillman. Amy Dilk dribbles to her left side and then dishes to Haley Brown. Haley Brown now setting a ball screen for Kenway Johnson. Driving inside, looked for a foul, didn't get it, but Amy Dilk cleans up the loose ball. Lob pass inside for Naz. Driving hard with the right hand. Scoop layup, not going to go. That one a little bit too far, and it is going to be Miles pulling down the rebound. Illinois not wasting any time getting out in transition. Pull-up jumper from Terry. That one's going to go. Her first 2 points of the game. Score tied, 2-2. Amy Dilk, long pass for Naz Hillman. Gets tipped out of her hands, though, underneath the basket. Great vision there by the point guard, Amy Dilk, but Michigan can't convert. It is going to stay their ball, though, underneath the basket.
Some good looks from Michigan so far.
Lob pass into Hillman. Hillman swings to Haley Brown up top. Dishes to Dilk. Dilk gets the high ball screen. Illinois in kind of a 3-2 zone. Haley Brown inside to Naz. Naz looking for something. Dribbles twice with the left hand. Spins back to the right. Up and in. What a play by Naz Hillman.
Yeah, great inside move there. Just to turn and twist. Finding an easy lane.
Ephraim again working one-on-one against Roush. Swings it over to Miles. Miles outside. Illinois just kind of moving the ball along the outside. Not much penetration. That one goes over to Jada Peebles. She is a huge part of this offense. Another pull-up jumper from the elbow, and Jenny Terry gets hers again. Ball screen. Danielle Roush working up top, trying to facilitate something here. Kind of runs into an Illinois defender. Kenway Johnson now driving hard with the right hand. Ball gets tipped out of her hands, and Illinois is out on the run. Nice pass, but that one too far. That pass from Terry intended for Jada Peebles. Michigan avoids disaster there. They don't look too good here early on.
Yeah, Michigan has had some turnover trouble this year with averaging almost 20 turnovers, or 15 turnovers a game. And so that's something that Kim Barzarico wants them to clean up as they continue on this game.
Dilk up top trying to get her players set. Lob pass inside to Hillman. Hillman looking for the backdoor cut, not going to get it. Nice back screen from Amy Dilk. She's got a wide open three. That one off the back iron, but it is going to go out of bounds. Kenray Johnson was there trying to grab the rebound, but just couldn't quite pull it down, so it's going to be Illinois ball. With just under 7 minutes left to play here, score is still tied 4-4. Not much action on the offensive end. Illinois kind of running a nice dribble drive offense. Long skip pass over to the outside. This three ball up and good. They're going to call it a 2. That one, Kennedy Miles. So Illinois takes an early lead. Score is 6-4 in favor of the Illini.
They call those pinky threes because her pinky toe is on the line.
Haley Brown with a nice move. Pull-up jumper off the back iron. That's not something you see very much from Haley Brown. Usually a spot-up shooter, but that time went for a nice right-to-left cross. Ball's going to go out of bounds. That was a frame trying to get something trying to get something to go. You know, she only averages about 6 to 7 points a game, but she's always looking to push the tempo and just get out and run, use her athleticism to her advantage.
Yep.
Pass to the opposite corner, three ball up and off the back iron. That one's not going to go. Amy Dilk with the rebound. Michigan now trying to make something happen on the offensive transition. Danielle Roush swings to Haley Brown. Brown alone in the corner. Looked for the three, but decided not to pull. Pass inside to Amy Dilk. Dilk with a nice pull-up jumper, and that one's going to go. Michigan ties it up 6-6 with 5:42 left to play here. So a frame. Bring it up with that right hand. Nice pass to the elbow. Illinois kind of has run the same play every time. That one blocked by Naz Hillman, and Danielle Roush pulls it down. Michigan just turns it right over, though. Danielle Roush made a nice play to clean up that block and just tried to look for Amy Dilk. There was a little miscommunication there, and Illinois just takes it right out of their hands. It goes back down and scores 8-6 now in favor of the Illini. 5:10 left to play. Dilk driving baseline. That one's going to go off her foot, and Michigan just looks kind of confused here. They don't really look like the Michigan team that we've seen so far this year.
Yeah, it's looking more like their most recent game against Northwestern, or against Nebraska, where they just had some rough time shooting the ball, shooting about 32% from the field, and you just can't win games like that consistently.
Hard drive to the basket, and that one's going to go. That one, Terry again. Terry just getting everything she wants here. She's got 6 of Illinois' 10 early, score 10-6 in favor of the Illini. Pass inside from Hillman. Kenray Johnson tried to go up with it, but it gets knocked off her leg, and there's going to be a timeout. So as we go into the first media timeout, Illinois up 10-6 over this Michigan team, and kind of a turnout so far that was not really expected.
Yeah, I think the one word I probably heard most was miscommunication, and this Wolverines team does have a high turnover rate. Averaging about 15 a game is not ways to win a season long term, and your offensive firepower can buffer that for most of the time. But with regards to how they were playing today, their offense isn't clicking as it normally does. There's a ton of miscommunication. I think there's about 4 turnovers on the day so far, and we're only under 5 minutes of the game. So that's something Kim Bargerico definitely wants her Michigan team to clean up. This Illinois squad, on the other hand, is playing incredibly well on the offensive side. They're playing with gusto and speed. They're playing with active hands on the defense, and they're playing incredibly well so far. So that's why they have a 10-6 lead as we go into the first media timeout.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. Terry, responsible for 8 of Illinois' 10 points, 6 herself, and then adding in 1 assist. Hasn't really had much help on the offensive end, but she hasn't needed it. She's been getting everything she wants. Most of her points, in fact, all of her points really, have came from either pull-up jumpers or just that hard drive with her right hand. Illinois has been coming down. It's usually been a frame bringing the ball up the court, and then they go right into a sort of dribble drive offense around the outside. And, Terry just gets her dribble handoff and just drives hard with the right hand.
Yeah.
And really, without Leah Brown, who's out this game due to COVID-19 protocols, they don't really have anybody who can match up with her athleticism.
Yeah, and you have to wonder how much the change in the starting lineup has to do on the game flow. Maybe they're not used to necessarily starting off the games without Leah Brown. And so Roush has to kind of step up a little bit more than is usually done when she's coming off the bench. So,
yeah, Naz Hillman really carried this Michigan team in their last game against Nebraska. The first
basically
game
scoring half their points
without Leah Brown. Naz Hillman in that last contest, 35 points and 22 assists. Just an absolutely dominant performance.
Yeah.
But the timeout horn sounds, and we are set to go. Substitution for Michigan. Amy Dilk's going to take a seat, and Maddie Nolan's going to check in for her. Nolan set to inbound. Kicks it to the corner to Haley Brown, who swings it back up top to Kenray Johnson. She wants that ball screen from Naz Hillman, but Ephraim doing a nice job of icing it. Michigan can't really get what they want. Pass inside to Naz. Nice spin move and gets it up and under. 10-8 is the score in favor of the Illini.
Beautiful move there by Naz Hillman. A little bit of a shake and bake action. It was pretty nice.
Hillman with 6 of Michigan's 8 points right now. Illinois again settling into that offense. There's a pass to the edge to Terry, guarded closely by Johnson. She swings the ball up top to Peebles. Peebles over to the corner. Driving hard with the right hand and then turning it over is the new substitution for Illinois right into the hands of Danielle Roush. Roush doing a nice job of cleaning that one up. Kicks it up the floor, advancing the ball to Nolan. Nolan calling for a ball screen. Illinois doing a nice job icing it there. Maddie Nolan drove hard with the left hand but didn't like it, kicked it back out. Roush, another bounce pass inside to Hillman. Hillman faces up, 2 dribbles with the right hand. Hooks her, goes up, rolls all the way around and doesn't go, but Kenray Johnson with a nice rebound. Michigan kicks it up top. Haley Brown, wide open 3, not going to go. Danielle Roush hustled over for that one but can't clean it up, so it is going to be Illinois ball. Score 10-8 here with 3:30 left to play. Michigan really had every chance there on that offensive possession. They had multiple opportunities right around the rim and then a wide open 3 to a very good shooter in Haley Brown, and they just couldn't convert.
This offense definitely has. This offense definitely runs through Naz Hillman, but the Michigan squad is able to get open, is able to get other players open, and so I don't mind that shot by Haley Brown because she was definitely open and had a good look, and she was 50% on the year.
Kick to the opposite corner to Lyric Robbins. She is the new substitution checking in for Terry. Hard drive with the right hand and a floater, an awkward looking one at that, but Kennedy Miles gets it to go. She has 6 points now. Kenray Johnson driving hard in transition with the left hand. Her floater not going to go. Illinois just in complete control here. Peebles pushing up the left side, guarded by Maddie Nolan. Gets a ball screen, but kicks it back. Frame with a ball fake, but Johnson's not going to bite. Illinois again, pull-up jumper from the elbow off the front iron, not going to go. That one, Peebles. 12-8 here with 2:40 left to play. Michigan sets another high ball screen. This one for Kenray Johnson. Kicks back to Maddie Nolan. Pass inside to Hillman. And one. They're going to call it travel. That one's not going to go. Amy Dilk checking back in for Danielle Roush here. That one, I don't know if that was a travel.
It was a good move by Naz. This ref seems to call it super close. I don't know if he's not watching the modern day NBA, but it looked pretty clean from up here.
Dilk now taking her turn at guarding a frame. Trying to force her left. Bounce pass to the elbow. That one to Robbins. Miles, rather. Driving hard with the right hand off a floater. That one just straight off the backboard. That one's not going to go. A frame way off the mark on that one. Dilk pushing it in transition now. Ball screen from Naz Hillman. Maddie Nolan's driving hard with her left. Looking for Naz on the roll, but can't get it. Eventually kicks it to her after she comes back out. Dribble handoff to Kenray Johnson. Driving hard with the right hand. Step back behind the back. Michigan keeping the ball on that right side of the court. Amy Dilk up, and that one's going to go. Naz Hillman, what a finish. That one didn't really look like Naz was even going to get that shot off. The pass inside from Amy Dilk. Naz didn't even really jump, just got fouled and threw it way up in the air and just drops down, nothing but net. So,
wow, that was incredible, actually. Naz kind of got the ball at the low post. She just kind of got a little body bump down there from I think I'm pretty sure Jada Peoples on that foul. And so she kind of just threw it up like it was just a prayer in the air. Went about 5 feet in the air and just kind of dropped straight through, hitting nothing but net.
Another substitution for Illinois. Referee bounces out to Naz Hillman. Her first free throw, or second free throw rather, up and not going to go, but Amy Dilk cleans up the rebound. Can't convert the and one, but Michigan does retain possession. Bounce pass inside, looking for Naz again, and one again! Naz Hillman, 10 of Michigan's 10 points.
It looks like we're going to have another similar game script for against, like how it was against Nebraska with a 64-62 win. So far it's pretty close, 12-12. And
yeah, sorry, correction there. Naz with 10 of Michigan's 12. That's her free throw on the end one is going to go, so she converts. Michigan takes the lead here, 13-12 with 1:45 left to play. Elise Stuck has checked in, the freshman, for Haley Brown. Michigan kind of running a 2-2-1 full court press here, now settling back into a 2-3, or kind of hybrid 2-3-3-2 zone. Pull-up jumper from just outside. That one's going to go for Lyric Robbins. Her first shot and her first bucket. Miscommunication there between Maddie Nolan, whether to drop or go up high, and she just takes advantage of it. Kenray Johnson driving hard with the right hand. Scoop layup, and that one gets to go. You've seen AK hit that shot all year long. Michigan takes their lead right back, 15-14 here. 1 minute left to play in the first quarter. Illinois swinging the ball around the outside. Now ball screen up top from Kennedy. Driving hard with the left hand, guarded by Naz. Naz puts some pressure on the shot. Elise Stuck's going to pull down that rebound. So less than a minute left to play here. Michigan in complete control. Ball screen from Naz Hillman to Kenray Johnson looking for something. Kicks back to Dilk. Dilk pass to the elbow to Stuck. Stuck with one dribble with the left hand and bounce pass out to Maddie Nolan. Shot clock is at 10. Nolan kind of loses her dribble there, swings it back out to Kenray Johnson. Drives hard with the left hand through contact. And they are going to call a foul. Don't know if they're going to call that one shooting around the ground, but it is going to go on Peebles.
It looks to be shooting.
It is going to be a shooting foul, so AK is going to step to the line. Checking in for the Wolverines is number 33, junior Emily Kaiser. She's going to check in for Naz Hillman.
Great take there by Kenray Johnson, kind of absorbing the contact. Even though she didn't get the shot in, you still get 2 free throws, which she's a pretty good free throw shooter for the Michigan Wolverines squad.
AK's first free throw up and good. It's good to see Emily Kaiser back there out on the court. She missed most of the season so far to a preseason ankle injury, but she's came back and just has provided a veteran presence to this offense as Kenray Johnson knocks down her second free throw. Emily Kaiser's looked the best she has in her Michigan career so far.
I remember seeing flashes of brilliance from her last year, and I'm excited to see where she takes it this year.
Michigan sitting in this 2-3 zone as the game clock winds down to 10. Dilk guarding the ball now in this 2-3 matchup. Ball up top. Peebles with it. 3 seconds to shoot. Drives twice with the left hand. Dishes it to the corner. 3 ball. Not going to go. That one way off the mark. Lyric Robbins on the last second attempt. So at the end of the first quarter, your Michigan Wolverines hold a 3-point lead, 17-14. Really the main story of this game for this Michigan team, like it's pretty much been all year, is Naz Hillman. Michigan 17 total points. Naz has 11 of those.
Yeah, with how rough this Michigan squad has certainly played this afternoon, Naz Hillman has been a bright spot, and she has been all year for this Wolverines squad. Now, the Illinois squad definitely has some reservations on how they played towards the end of that first quarter. They were in control for about 7 minutes of that first quarter, and they kind of just lost it in the last 3. They gave up 2 and 1s to Naz Hillman. They gave up some easy fouls to Kenray Johnson, and so these are just easy points for this Wolverine squad that if they did not have them, the Fighting Illini would be definitely in the lead for sure.
Yeah, Naz Hillman, just the absolute core of this Michigan team, and honestly pretty much every team she plays on. Back in 2019 was the captain of the U.S. Women's U19 FIBA World Cup team, in which that team won the championship. That was a stacked team with all sorts of names from all around women's college basketball. You know, names like Van Lith, Bellaby, Beckers, and of course Naz Hillman. That team played really well in that tournament, and Naz has just continued that throughout her Michigan career as well. One thing that just wanted to bring up real quick, Haley Brown had her 100th career start the other night for the Michigan Wolverines, which is just an awesome feat to reach. Of course, Kenray Johnson back for her 5th year, and she has made it count. 10.3 points per game, over 3 assists, over 3 rebounds, closing in on 4 on both of those, and she's just looked really good. Like I said, for that veteran presence with Emily Kaiser, you can see that in a Kenray Johnson. She holds everybody's attention. Everyone's always listening to her. She knows what to do, and she knows how to make everybody around her better. So as the horn sounds, we're set to go back to second quarter action. Michigan coming into this one 17-14 in favor.
I think what part of this Michigan squad makes it so good is their veteran presence on the court. They've all been there before. They've all been starting games before. This is not their first year starting games, so it's part of the reason why they're so good and so effective on the floor. Michigan
decides to stay in that 2-3 zone on the court for them. Dilk, Nolan, Stuck, Kaiser, and Kenray Johnson. Illinois just kind of swinging the ball around the arc, looking for an opening here. Long cross-court pass, that one to Peebles. Peebles with a hard dribble to her right hand, but Nolan tips it away. Illinois retains possession. Another long cross-court pass. This 3-ball off the front of the rim, not going to go. Foul called on Elise Stuck, though. That was a frame crashing the boards hard. We've seen her, that was Terry crashing the boards hard. We've seen her do that all year. She averages over 9 rebounds a game. As 2 substitutions come in, Emily Kaiser and Elise Stuck are going to head to the bench, and Naz Hillman and Haley Brown, who we were just talking about, check in. Inbounds pass. Gets in, that one to Terry. Amy Dilk kind of pokes at the ball, but sticks close, not going to get anything. Illinois again with that dribble drive offense, and they're going to get a foul call there on Naz Hillman. That one kind of a cheap one. That a hard left-hand drive from Kennedy Miles picks up the hand check on Naz.
Yeah, unfortunate foul there by Naz Hillman. That's one of the ones she doesn't want to pick up, especially because she's the lifeblood of this Michigan offense.
Checking in for Kenray Johnson is going to be number 24, Michelle Cedor. Cedor, kind of an offensive specialist for this Michigan team. She's been shooting the lights out this year. 50% on the year, 47% from 3.
Wow, how much I would wish to have averages like that.
Ball outside again, now inside. Naz Hillman guarding her closely. Kennedy Miles looking for something, can't find anything, kicks it back out. A frame, hard right to left cross, pull-up jumper from the elbow, not going to go. Cedor pulls down that rebound. Pushes it up in transition to Amy Dilk now. Dilk doesn't like what she sees, gets a ball screen, drives hard to the right-hand elbow, back to the left. What a move. Can't get it to go, left the rebound short. Illinois with numbers now in transition. Peebles with long cross-court pass. That one to Terry, and they're going to get her called for a foul. Cedor forces the turnover there.
That is one of the most often calls travels, I think. In all aspects of the game, where like you shift one way and you go the other way, and I'm just intrigued as to why that happens. But
Dilk's pass to Cedor on the wing, looking for something here, kicks it back up top to Nolan. Nolan to the corner, Haley Brown for 3, not going to go. That one rattled around, but fell out off the back rim. It's going to be pulled down by Terry. Terry with left to right cross, and Amy Dilk tips it from behind, and Michigan's got that one. Maddie Nolan now pushing it up. Michelle Cedor, open 3 in transition. Not going to go. That one off the front of the rim. Dilk again with another tip from behind. Amy Dilk has just been absolutely sneaky so far in this one. That's 2 steals on 2 tips from right behind. Lob pass into Naz Hillman up at the left hand. That's textbook for this Michigan team. Hillman now with 13.
Easy points there for the Michigan Wolverines squad.
19-14. is the score with 7:40 left to play in favor of the Wolverines. Michigan still in this 2-3 zone. A frame kicks it back up top to Terry. Terry trying to make something happen. Kicks it to the corner. Maddie Nolan right there on the baseline. Couldn't decide whether she wanted to take that charge or kind of play defense. It was a little half-hearted effort of both, and she's going to get called for the foul. That's going to be her first, team's third.
So far, it's been a pretty clean game, though, on both sides with regards to foul trouble, which is good.
Amusan is going to check in for the Fighting Illini. Peebles gets the inbounds pass on the baseline out of bounds. Cedar pushing her to her left hand. That one in towards Kennedy Miles, and Michigan just swarms her up. Nothing going to go. Peebles for three, though. Not going to go. That ball tipped around a little bit, and Naz Hillman eventually pulls it down. Dishes it to Amy Dilk, and now the Wolverines are out in transition. Dilk with lots of room to work. Pushes Michelle Cedar through to the opposite corner. Gets the ball screen from Haley Brown. Kick back. She was open for a split second, but not going to go. Haley Brown looking for that long cross-court pass intended for Cedar, but that one's just picked off. It's going to be Peebles with the steal. Michigan still sticking in this 2-3 zone. They're doing a nice job of trapping that on the inside pass. Haley Brown gets called for a foul there. As again, a frame just driving hard to the baseline every time. If you're Michigan, you got to start seeing these tendencies. You know, she's sitting in that far corner, gets it, and is just ripping hard with that left hand every time. She's picked up 2 fouls on the last 2 possessions against Michigan. The first one, of course, on Maddie Nolan, and this one just now, a shooting foul on Haley Brown.
And both of those fouls are coming when the Michigan player is kind of just stationary, and they're getting caught stuck, either not defending or too much defensive action there. And so this Michigan squad definitely has to clean that up as they go on, because they're already at 4 fouls with 6:45 still left to play in the second quarter.
A frame's first free throw isn't going to go as the referee shares a few words with Naz Hillman and Kennedy Miles there. They were kind of getting into it on the block. Bounces it out. Second free throw attempt from a frame.
I love that competitiveness, though.
This one up and drops down, so Illinois cuts the lead to 4, 19-15 in favor of the Wolverines. 6 minutes and 40 seconds left to play. Illinois playing man-to-man defense. Maddie Nolan gets the ball screen from Naz Hillman. Naz was open on the roll. Amy Dilk with an open 3, though. That one's going to go, and Michigan takes the bigger lead, 22-15 here.
Great shot there by Dilk.
Yeah, Amy Dilk, not really a knockdown three-point shooter, but if you leave her open like that, there's no way it doesn't go in. Peebles trying to get a little bit of penetration here against the zone. Michigan again gets caught with that cross-court pass to a frame in the opposite corner, but she again gets called for a travel, so Michigan catches a break there. She had any lane that she wanted there if she didn't get called for that travel.
Yeah, and it's turnovers like that no squad ever needs. You know, they're kind of like momentum killers when you're having an offensive groove or having good possession.
Kenway Johnson checks in for Maddie Nolan. Haley Brown up top with the ball, looking for something. Eventually kicks it to Johnson. Hillman posting up on that block, but Johnson is working hard with the dribble. Nice right-handed floater. It's going to go off the front of the rim and just drop out of bounds. A frame doing a nice job of boxing out Naz Hillman there and not allowing her to try to save that. So Michigan holds their 7-point lead, doesn't extend it anymore. 22-15 with 5:40 left to play. Michigan decides to come out of that 2-3 zone. They're now matched up. A frame guarded by Amy Dilk. Fights through a hard screen. Kick to the corner to Peebles. Guarded by Cedar. Her pass inside to Kennedy Miles. Not going to go. Naz Hillman right there on the defense. Dilk not wasting any time. Haley Brown transition 3 off the front of the rim, but Kenway Johnson pulls down that rebound. That was Asuman that tried to pull it down, but just off her fingertips and allows AK to pull it down. Cedar kicks up top to Haley Brown. Brown to Dilk. Dilk another open 3. That one off the front of the rim, not going to go. A frame pulls it down. Looked for that long cross-court pass, but decided to pull it back. Now just walking the ball up in transition. 22-15 here, 4:40 left to play. Dilk keeping her head on a swivel. Ball now swung over to the opposite side. This is Terry working against a Kenray Johnson. She's been the lifeblood of this Illinois offense. 3-ball from a frame, way off the mark. And Nas again pulls down another rebound. That's her 5th of the game. Sets a ball screen for Amy Dilk. And Dilk just passes inside, pick and roll all day. And Nas Hillman will get the foul call there. Peebles with a nice attempt at a charge, but the referee not convinced. And the referee now sharing a few words with Hillman. But going into the 4-minute media timeout here in the second quarter, Michigan holds a 22-15 lead over the Fighting Illini. Nas Hillman will shoot 2 free throws coming out of the break.
Slow offensive going for both teams in the second quarter. No one's really getting a good groove going. I think they've only scored 5 points to 1 point this quarter. It hasn't been great for either team. Now, the Michigan Wolverines are having a ton more offensive opportunities and not hitting them, but this Fighting Illini squad is actually having a really tough time getting anything going because Michigan's defense has come out strong this second quarter. They've been working a lot harder. They've been having more active hands. They've been getting more steals, forcing more turnovers. The only problem that they're finding on that side is the problem with over-fouling and getting these ticky-tack calls. And so you definitely want to see more of that active defense, but less fouling as Michigan goes on. For the Illini, you got to get better possessions, have better plays being called. On the offensive side, on the defensive side, you're lucky that Michigan is missing so many of their shots because otherwise this game would be kind of blown open with how many opportunities this Michigan squad has had. So I'm looking for both teams to clean it up a little bit on the offensive side and get a little better as this second quarter moves on.
Yeah, neither team really has done much of anything on the offensive end in the last couple of minutes. Illinois in a 2-minute and 27-second scoring drought. Michigan in a 2-minute and 10-second scoring drought. So both teams struggling to put the ball in the hole here as this timeout should be just about wrapped up. Michigan had 5 turnovers early in this one to Illinois' 2, but Illinois has picked up in the sloppiness so far since then. They now have 7 to Michigan's 6. As the timeout horn sounds and both teams break for Michigan on the court, it's going to be Nolan, Roush, Hillman, Johnson, and Stuck. The freshman getting some decent minutes here in this first half.
It's good to see Stuck out there. Freshman getting some quality minutes. It's always nice to practice for games ahead or seasons ahead.
Hillman steps to the line to shoot her 2 free throws. Her first one up and drops in. Michigan now up 23-15. Hillman has 14 points. That's the good thing about Elise Stuck is, Coach Kim Barnes-Rico said it in an interview. She's got that build where, she's athletic, but she's also tall and has really long arms. She can kind of guard anybody, a big or a guard. As Michigan comes out in that 2-2-1 full court zone press, pull-up jumper in transition, not going to go. That one, Terry. Kenray Johnson pulls down the rebound, and they're out and running. Foul called on the ground. That one looks like it's going to be on Amusan. So Michigan is going to inbound underneath the basket. That's something this Michigan team has done really well all year. They've struggled a little bit in the half court, but they've just been able to outrun teams. They're in great shape and just uses their athleticism against teams. Roush inbounding underneath, looking for somebody. Bounce pass inside to a cutting Maddie Nolan. Nolan dribbled with the right hand, looking for a turnaround, but doesn't get it. At least Stuck now with a one dribble. She's going to airball underneath, looking for a foul called, looks like. But
looks like there was a foul there, but
referee not going to give her that one. Terry now with a dribble, looking for the dribble handoff, and Maddie Nolan pokes it away with a nice play all the way to the basket. Foul. Oh, no foul called. She got hit hard, but Kenray Johnson right there to clean it up and put it back in. Maddie Nolan just absolutely took away that dribble handoff. That one attempted for Lyric Robbins, but like I said, Nolan not going to let it go. Michigan settles back into a 2-3 zone now. They've shown a variety of defensive looks to this Illinois team. Peebles kicks to Robbins. Robbins with an open three. Off the front of the rim, not going to go. Hillman couldn't pull it down, and it's going to stay Illinois ball.
On that last possession, on that fast break, coaches always emphasize that you should have a runner going behind someone in a fast break, just in case the person with the ball fails to make the shot. And it was a perfect example of Kenray Johnson being there and cleaning up for a failed shot there by Maddie Nolan on the fast break.
And Nolan definitely got hit hard as that inbound goes towards Terry, but her shot not going to go. Naz Hillman pulls down her rebound. Danielle Roush now with the dribble handoff to Kenray Johnson. Johnson pushes her through. Ball screen right to left cross. Looking inside for Hillman. That one kind of under, can't catch it cleanly, but kicks outside to Roush. Roush now with a bounce pass inside. 2 dribbles with the right hand, back to the left hand, up and under with the right, and Naz Hillman just absolutely dominant underneath. It pretty much seems like anytime she gets the ball underneath the basket, it's going in. 17 of Michigan's 28 points here as Illinois calls timeout.
You can tell that Naz Hillman has worked incredibly hard over the offseason to get that post game looking as clean as it does right now. She shoots 65% from the field, which is incredible. I mean, it's almost assuredly going in at that point. And so when you're doing this well in a season and your team is as reliant on you as Michigan is, she's stepping up and showing out for the squad every game that they play.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Naz so far in this one, 17 total points, shooting 75% from the field and 83% from the line at 5 for 6.
Technically, Naz Hillman would be beating this Fighting Illini squad by herself.
That is true. Naz currently outscoring the Illini as a whole by 2 points. As the clock ticks to 2:30, Michigan holds a 13-point lead, 28-15 here in the second quarter. Peebles up top, Michigan back into that 2-3 zone. Dribble with the right hand, looked for a pass, but a little miscommunication there as Kennedy Miles ran into her way. Miles now passing the ball to the corner. Terry with a nice hard drive, but that one off the backboard. Can't get it to go. Loose ball on the floor. Everybody's all over that one's going to be a jump ball called. And it is going to be Michigan ball. Maddie Nolan right there to jump on that. That's something that Maddie Nolan has been excellent at all year, just putting her body on the line. Every loose ball, it pretty much seems like she's going after it. It doesn't matter if she's jumping over chairs or running after rebounds to the sideline. She's been there. That's been a huge part of not only the reason why she's been getting on the floor, but why she's been staying on the floor.
Yeah, hustle always pays off, and hustle shows without the stat sheet and everything, and the coaches look for hustle whenever they're looking to see how well a player is playing.
Speaking of Nolan, she gets the ball up top on a ball screen. Kicks up top to a Kenray Johnson. Johnson inside to Hillman. Hillman with one dribble to the right. Now kicks it back out. Michigan swinging it all the way around. 5 seconds left in the shot clock. Pass inside to Naz. Gets some contact, but can't convert. That rebound, Miles. A frame now doing what she loves, pushing the ball in transition. Peebles for a 3. That one gets it to go. Peebles, not the best shooter on this Illinois team, but definitely shoots the most. Hillman, right-hand drive, can't get it to go. Loose ball, though. She cleans it up, kicks it outside to Danielle Roush. Roush had an open look but didn't like it. Kenray Johnson tried to split the press there and just loses her dribble and kicks it out, looking to the referee for a foul call.
That turnover was unfortunate for Kenray Johnson because it was a good offensive rebound on her part to get the ball back and kind of try to put a shot up, but she kind of just lost control there. And Hillman was taking some tough shots down low. I would like to see Hillman slow it down a little bit, get some more cleaner looks, She definitely has what it takes to just put it up, but at the same time, maybe there's a higher percentage shot somewhere else that could be helpful.
With a minute 18 remaining in the half, Michigan holds an 11-point lead over this Illini team, 28-17. There are going to be some substitutions checking in for the Wolverines on the court. It's going to be a Kenray Johnson, Naz Hillman, Amy Dilk, Maddie Nolan, and Haley Brown. The Fighting Illini with some substitutions of their own. So it is going to be a Frame bringing the ball out full court. She's going to walk it up like usual. Kennedy Miles on the inbounds pass. Frame swings it up top and immediately gets it right back from Terry. Dribbles over to the left side, kicks it to the elbow to Peebles. Peebles with lots of room to work. Pull-up jumper from just inside the three-point line. It's going to go off the back of the rim, though. Kenray Johnson there for that rebound. So now under a minute left to play here. About 30 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Michigan getting pushed way outside the three-point line, playing pretty much around the logo. As Terry tips that one away from Kenray Johnson, and she just throws it out of bounds. That pass intended for Maddie Nolan. So I was saying, Illinois Michigan couldn't really get any penetration there. They just kept pushing them farther and farther away from that three-point line. And eventually Terry with a nice tip to kick it out of the hands of Kenray Johnson. Checking in for the Illini is going to be number 22, Eva Rubin. She's scoreless in this one. She has 2 personal fouls and 2 rebounds. Haven't seen much of her yet in this first half due to foul trouble. Michigan decides to ditch the zone, and they're back matched up. 10 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Frame working up top with her right hand, gets the screen from Rubin. Amy Doak fights through it, though. Kicks it out to Terry. Terry inside to Rubin. Weird turnaround jumper. That one not going to go. Bad shot selection there by Rubin. But there is 10 seconds left, no shot clock. Haley Brown with an open 3 off the back rim, not going to go, and a Frame pulls that rebound down. 3, 2, 1, half court heave, way off the mark. So going into the half, Michigan holds an 11-point lead, 28-17 over the Fighting Illini.
Yeah, this Illini squad has not played awful this afternoon. They're definitely playing hard on the defensive side. However, their offense is just not clicking as it would need to against this Michigan squad. The Michigan squad itself also is not shooting well, 37% from the field, which is pretty close to where they were shooting against Nebraska last game. So they definitely have to try to clean that up and try to hit more open shots and just lower the amount of turnovers, because both teams are at 8 currently. So
yeah, the success story so far for this Wolverines team has been Naz Hillman, 17 of the 28. The other 11 coming just from Kenray Johnson and Amy Dilk with 6 and 5 respectively. Hillman also chipping in 6 rebounds. So going into that second half, Michigan going to look for some production from places other than number 00. But that's going to do it for WCBN Sports first half coverage of Michigan women's basketball. We will catch you back here in 15 minutes for the second half. Welcome back to second half coverage of Michigan women's basketball here on WCBN Sports. I am Charlie Brigham alongside me, Nabeel Baig. We're just about set to go here. Coming into the second half, Michigan holds a comfortable 11-point lead, 28-17. Leading the charge for the Michigan Wolverines, as usual. You guessed it, number 00, Naz Hillman, 17 points and 6 boards. On the other end for the Fighting Illini, leading the way is Terry. She's got 6. Illinois, a lot more balanced scoring than the Wolverines. Michigan only has scoring coming from 3 players, those, of course, being Naz Hillman, Akenray Johnson, and Amy Dilk with 17, 6, and 5, respectively. There's under a minute left here in the half. Coming out for the Wolverines, looks like it's going to be Akenray Johnson, Danielle Roush, Naz Hillman, Haley Brown, and Amy Dilk. So Michigan going back to their starting 5. Again, Leah Brown not active in this contest due to COVID-19 protocols.
It's been this Michigan squad has always, this season, been a more up-top scorer with the starter scoring more than the rest of the bench, but it definitely has felt a lot more one-sided with just Naz Hillman scoring most of the points. So we'll look to see how Michigan combats that this next half. The Illini just have to score more overall. Whoever that comes from, it does not matter for them. They just need more scoring. And they need to be more efficient.
Michigan, usually a much higher volume scoring team, averaging nearly 85 points a game. Put up just 28 in the first half, but the inbounds pass to a frame, and here we go, set for second half action as the third quarter clock starts ticking. Michigan decides to come out in that 2-3 zone, kind of a 3-2 extended as Naz Hillman runs out to the wing there. Naz Hillman bumps Danielle Roush back. Peebles now for a 3. Not going to go. Akenray Johnson there to pull down the rebound. That one just kind of looked like a shot where Peebles didn't really know what to do, so she just decided to shoot it. Not really the smartest shot selection. Ball screen from Naz Hillman on Danielle Roush. Kicks it back to Akenray Johnson. Johnson now to Brown. Brown over to Dilk and sets a screen of herself. Amy Dilk driving hard. Kicks outside for Johnson. Johnson for 3. That one goes, and Michigan out to an early lead in the second half, 31-17 with 9 minutes remaining.
Great shot there by Akenray Johnson, stepping in and just shooting it.
Got a travel call here. Illinois just kind of came down after that three-pointer and tried to get something going. Michigan now coming out in transition of their own. Danielle Roush had an open layup, but kind of gets pinned off the backboard. That pass up from Amy Dilk. Michigan kind of caught everybody off guard there, just got the inbounds pass and decided to run with it. Ball up top now to Peebles. Peebles with a hard one-handed pass over to Terry. Terry inside. Illinois showing some good ball movement. Eventually gets kicked out to a frame, whose three-pointer isn't going to go. Loose ball. Danielle Roush eventually got it, but she looks like her foot was on the line, so Illinois is going to retain possession here. Illinois, most of their scoring in that first half just came off of isolation plays, mostly from Terry or Kennedy Miles, but showing a little bit more ball movement here and spreading the love around. The frame set to inbound. Her pass goes right up as Kennedy Miles puts up a shot that goes way short. Amy Dilk now pushing the ball way quick in transition. Dishes inside to Naz Hillman. Hillman bounce pass back out to Akenray Johnson. Now sets a screen. AK wanted the pull-up jumper, decided not to go. Naz at the free throw line. Amy Dilk's going to shoot a pull-up jumper now, but blocked by Kennedy Miles. Dilk pulls it back down, though. Michigan's going to retain possession. Dilk with a nice ball fake, gets Miles up in the air, gets to the elbow, but can't get it to fall. Illinois now out in transition. They don't have numbers. Terry doesn't really care about that, though. She decides to pull up, and Kennedy Miles pulls down the rebound and then gets the foul called on Haley Brown. A quick little run there for Illinois, just taking advantage of Michigan not really being back. Michigan had the numbers there, kind of a 3-on-2 situation, so they looked a little lackadaisical, and Illinois just taking it right to them.
Lackadaisical. They come up on your MacBook blue screen where you just see a bunch of words.
I've got my vocab words all next to me. Kennedy Miles, her first free throw attempt. That one drops in cleanly. So Illinois now down 31-18 with just under 8 minutes left to play here in the in the second half. Second free throw attempt. This one rattles all the way around and falls out. Haley Brown with the rebound. Amy Dilk going to push up in transition, guarded closely by a frame. Illinois has played mostly matchup defense the entire time. We saw a little bit of zone, but not much. Kenway Johnson guarded closely by Terry. Ball screen from Haley Brown. She decides to use it. Kick outside to Amy Dilk. Dilk looked like she was going to shoot, but decides to kick inside to Naz Hillman. Naz with a nice spin. That one, her layup won't go, but she gets it right back with a steal.
Great hustle there by Naz Hillman.
Michigan swinging the ball all the way around the horn. Now Amy Dilk's lob pass inside for Haley Brown. Brown couldn't quite get it, but looked like she caught a body. She almost fell to the ground, but no call from the referee standing right there, so it's going to be Illinois ball going the other way.
Tough offensive sequence there for the Wolverines, having the ball for over 40 seconds and coming out with just turnover and an unfortunate miss down low.
Michigan can't really get anything to fall. Scoreless in the last 2+ minutes, 0 for 4 on their last 4 attempts. Johnson guarding Terry closely. Ball inside, kicked outside now. All the way around the horn. Is there going to be a foul call? That one's going to be a block on Amy Dilk. A frame doing that same thing, sitting in that far left-hand corner and just catching the ball and ripping hard baseline. She's torched Michigan on it all day long. They can't quite get to that baseline in time, and Amy Dilk picks up a foul, which Maddie Nolan, who just checked in, and both Haley Brown committed earlier. It's not going to be a shooting foul, so Illinois is going to inbound underneath. It's going to be a frame to inbound. Can't find anybody. Eventually does. Terry inside.
Great cut there by Terry to just find the seam.
Just in time, too. Referee was about to signal for the 5-second call. Maddie Nolan looking for Haley Brown inside. Can't get it. Swings it back out to Amy Dilk. Her three off right. It's going to be Illinois ball going the other way. Dilk hit that three early in the game. Has taken 2 more since then. Hasn't hit yet.
Dilk has had a streaky year so far, and she's still trying to find that groove of where she can hit that shot consistently.
Neither team shooting well from beyond the arc. Michigan shooting just 2 for 10. Illinois 0 for 8 from downtown. Calling for a high ball screen is Terry. She gets it from Rubin. Eventually kicks to the corner. A frame decides to take a step in and for the one dribble pull up, but not going to go off the front of the rim. Illinois able to pull down their offensive rebound. Rubin inside, goes up and gets the and one. Foul called on Haley Brown. Those are going to be Eva Rubin's first 2 points of the night. She has 2 points and 4 rebounds.
The last thing you want if you're Michigan is to allow this Illinois squad to gain some confidence and gain some pep in their step as they go along this game. The Illinois bench was absolutely elate after that last one, so we'll have to see.
Rubin knocks down her free throw. Michigan's lead now. Cut to 8 as Naz Hillman goes up with the rebound, gets blocked, gets in, puts it up for her own, and 1. Michigan extends the lead to 10, 33-23.
Absolutely incredible response there by Naz Hillman, doing the exact same thing down low. And the Michigan bench itself was in Jubilee down there. So it's turning out to be a fun third quarter for both these squads as their offenses start to click a little bit more.
Checking in for Haley Brown is going to be Emily Kaiser. As Hillman steps to the free throw line, just 1 point shy of 20. 19.7 rebounds so far for the junior. Hillman's free throw off right, not going to go, so she stays at 19. Michigan holding this comfortable 10-point lead. Kennedy Miles with a transition pull-up 3 off the front of the rim. It's not a shot selection you like to see if you're Illinois. That's not really her game. Dilk pushing the ball in transition up to Kenway Johnson. Her shot gets blocked, rattled around, but it is going to stay Michigan ball. Tipped off about just everybody underneath the basket.
Great block there, though. In transition, Amy Dilk was coming down, and she looked like she had an open lane, but then the block came by the Illini and just absolutely dismantled whatever she had going.
Lob pass on the inbound to Nas Hillman, who kicks it back out to Dilk. Nas now out for three. Kenray Johnson not going to go. Amy Dilk pulls down a rebound. She's going to get a foul call. That one looks like it's going to be on number 0. Looks like that is going to be a frame. Dilk pulled down the rebound but got hit before she hit the ground. So Michigan again just going to reset underneath the basket for a baseline out of bounds play. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Couple screens are set. Maddie Nolan flares open to the corner. Nice ball fake, steps back, kicks out to Amy Dilk. Dilk had an open three, decided not to pull. Lob pass inside to Nas Hillman. Hillman on the nice cut to Maddie Nolan, and Michigan just fundamental basketball. Great pass, great cut by Maddie Nolan, and that was going to be her first 2 points of the night.
Oh, absolutely wonderful pass there by Nas Hillman down low. Great cut, too, as well.
Nolan guarding the ball up top. It's Peebles. Now a frame. Michigan in a 2-3 zone. Emily Kaiser gets called for a foul. That pass inside to Eva Rubin. Emily Kaiser tried to come down on it and fell by herself, but she's going to get called for the foul first. If you're Michigan, you got to recognize pretty much any time that ball goes inside to Eva Rubin, she's going to shoot it.
Yep.
So far on the season, Eva Rubin has exactly 0 assists. She gets that ball inside, and she's just going to go up with it. That's the kind of thing you like to recognize on the scouting report and kind of try to take advantage of.
Yeah. And it's something that if you're an Illinois coach, you want to make sure that she knows she can pass down low. If a team is already knows what you're going to do when you get the ball because of prior history in the season, it's not going to bode well for the future of that play. And so you definitely want to make sure that Ava Rubin knows that she can pass the ball out if she gets in trouble. Now, if she's hitting most of her shots, that's a different story. But Ava Rubin is a sub 40% free throw field goal percentage on the year. So it's not like you're Nas Hillman shooting 65%, and so it's something that's going to be a little bit tougher for her to stay with. I will say both offenses are doing a lot better this third quarter of passing the ball around, finding good shots. Great cuts there on the Michigan side. Great shot selection by the Fighting Illini too as well. So both teams have came into this second half with better adjustments, better play calling, and this Illinois bench is also getting into this game, which they were not into the game early on in the first half. So this team is sort of feeding off that energy and playing harder as this game has gone on, which is good to see. But yet the score still remains a 12-point lead for the Michigan Wolverines, which they have steadily kept as this game has gone on.
Yeah, it was real tight early. Illinois held the lead even for a little bit, but Michigan, once they got ahead, they've stayed ahead. Like I said, 12-point lead, 35-23, as we're going to come out of the media timeout here. 4:45 left to play here in the third quarter. Michigan has been struggling to find the bottom of the basket. 2 of their last 10 attempts from the field have gone. Michigan sends its players back out on the court. It's the starting 5, but instead of Haley Brown, it's going to be Emily Kaiser. Set to inbound underneath is a frame. Kenray Johnson there guarding the ball. Referee starts his 5 countdown. Ball kicked inside to Terry. Terry gets a ball screen from Rubin. Gets inside, pass underneath to a frame. Her layup not going to go. Nas Hillman pulls it down. That's her 8th rebound of the night.
Great pass, even if not for a missed shot.
Amy Dilk pushes the ball up in transition to Maddie Nolan. Calling for a ball screen, gets one from Hillman. Dribbling with the left hand, kick back to Amy Dilk. Dilk inside to Nas. Nas doesn't like what she sees, kicks it back out to Maddie Nolan. Nolan with a wide open 2, and they're going to call an offensive foul. Looks like that one's going to be on Nas, as Maddie Nolan got that shot to go, but it's not going to matter.
Tough there because Manny Nolan had a great look, and it was kind of a tough offensive foul there for Naz Hillman to have committed.
We've seen Maddie Nolan hit that shot pretty much all year, that kind of dribble sidestep into the pull-up three. That foul is going to go against Naz, as we said, her second, team's fifth. We're talking there, a little miscommunication there between Terry and Peebles. Terry just throws that one right out of bounds. Nobody even there, so going to be Michigan ball going the other way. Emily Kaiser set to inbound. 35-23 here as the clock ticks under 4 minutes. Kenray Johnson with the ball on the right wing, guarded closely by Terry. Fakes high, decides to dribble with the left hand, kicks over to Amy Dilk, and we're going to have another foul called. Looks like another offensive foul, this one on Emily Kaiser.
Unfortunate there, too. These are kind of like turnovers, offensive fouls, because they're just absolutely momentum and possession killers.
A frame up top, calling something out as Michigan shifts out of that man-to-man defense into a zone. Michigan, like we said, they've been showing different looks all night, trying to keep this Illini team on their toes. Pass inside from a frame, just right into the hands of Emily Kaiser. She's got herself a steal.
Looked herself like a cornerback there, just snagging a pass.
Dilk bounce pass inside to Hillman. Hillman drives hard with the right hand, up, not going to go. Loose ball. Everybody's all around, but a frame eventually gets it. She's pushing in transition now. Kicks outside. This three ball from Terry. That one drops down. Illinois putting together maybe a little bit of a run here. Oof. Just as I say that, Michigan turns it over again. Driving hard to the basket. Gets a foul called. Not going to go, so it's not going to be an and one. Emily Kaiser picks up another one. Going to be her second. The Illini were down by 12. The lead's now cut to just 9 with a chance to make it 7 as Terry heads to the free throw line to shoot 2.
And Michigan's starting to look like they're in foul trouble now with 5 fouls on the quarter. And so this Illini squad is not out of this game at all. They definitely have what it takes to just claw their way back in. And so this Michigan squad really needs to bear down and sort of come out with a victory here in these next 13 minutes.
Yeah, neither team shooting well at all right now.
Yeah.
Both teams with 39 attempts. Illinois only 11 makes and Michigan 13 for 28% and 33% from the field, respectively.
And those are rough numbers, when you look at a game overall. What if Illinois was scoring at a 40% clip rate rather than 28? This game would look completely different. And so when you're relying on the other team not to score, you yourself are giving up a part of your game. You have to score yourself in order to make sure that even if the other squad is missing or making the shots, you're still in the lead. And so this Michigan squad definitely has to start making some plays and limiting those turnovers.
Yes. This timeout almost set to wrap up here. There's some Michigan fight songs play over through the loudspeakers with the sounds of the band. They're not here, but they're here in spirit with their cardboard cutouts in their section.
Yes, these cardboard cutouts are so loud. It's incredible. It's incredible to see the fans getting so into this game. I will say the parents are very enthusiastic throughout. They're always cheering on their squad. Both teams always have great parent involvement, and so it's really nice to see.
Yeah, there are fans here in a very, very limited capacity. Michigan in foul trouble pretty early in this quarter. I mean, Illinois has pretty much been in the bonus for the past 3 or 4 minutes or so with, 3 minutes remaining. Michigan with 16 fouls in this quarter. So coming back out of the timeout on the court for the Wolverines, it's going to be Roush, Nolan, Johnson, Kaiser, and Haley Brown. Like we said, it's going to be 2 free throws stepping to the line. It is going to be Terry after the foul call on Emily Kaiser. So Terry Shett to shoot 2. Chance to make the Michigan's lead just 7. Her first free throw attempt up and good, so lead now cut to 8. 35-27 in favor of the Wolverines. Her second free throw attempt, that one drops down. So Illinois, as I said, has cut the lead to 7, 35-28. It's the Illinois bench now getting into it with a defense chant. Daniel Rausch.
And it's something that the team feeds off of when they hear that.
Pass inside to Emily Kaiser. She squares up, kicks it outside to Haley Brown. Haley Brown showed her shot, drives all the way to the basket, gets a foul and one. What a take by Haley Brown. She had that open shot up at the top of the key. You know, we've seen her take that all year long. A very, very good three-point shooter, but showed her shot and drives all the way to the basket with the left hand, plays through the contact and gets it to fall.
Yeah, beautiful play there by Haley Brown. Someone who's had a tough time on the scoring side this afternoon, but absolutely beautiful move there to get the contact and the shot.
Her free throw drops down, so Michigan's lead now back to double digits, 38-28 with 2:18 left to play here. Michigan in kind of a 3-2 zone, pass inside to Rubin. She gets hit from behind, and it's going to be another foul call on Emily Kaiser. She has 3 now.
Yeah, and Haley Brown and Emily Kaiser are both in foul trouble with 3 fouls here in the third quarter. Not that Kim Barnes-Rico needs to make any changes, but you definitely don't want 2 of your taller players getting in foul trouble this early on with still 12 minutes left in a relatively close game.
Rubin's first free throw rattles home. Michigan's lead now 9. Yeah, it's not something you like to see if you're Michigan, people getting in foul trouble. I mean, Naz Hillman is on the bench right now getting a rest. Rubin's second free throw hits every part of the rim and falls out, so Michigan catches a break there. Haley Brown with the rebound. We've yet to see Cameron Williams, the freshman, in this one yet, too, so that's another big at Michigan's disposal. Kenray Johnson looking inside with a nice right-to-left cross, dishes to Emily Kaiser. Kaiser looking for something, doesn't like what she sees, kicks to the elbow to Kenray Johnson, drives hard through contact, gets a foul, can't get the layup to go. She's going to go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. Kenray Johnson been a very good free throw shooter all year. We saw her hit 2 real clutch free throws in that last game against Nebraska to put Michigan up 4 near the very end.
And honestly, clutch free throws are one of the biggest things that a squad can have. Kenray Johnson is the best free throw shooter, and so in times like these when you need free throws down the stretch, it's always great to have someone on the floor that can get you those free points.
That just comes from veteran experience, you know. As we said, Johnson, a fifth-year player, as AK knocks down both free throws. A frame just coming right out and running. Terry showed her shot on the outside, didn't like it. Peebles now with an open look, but she fumbled the ball. Michigan catches a break there. A frame gets all the way to the basket, kind of gets called for a double dribble. Yeah, that's what it looked like from up here. Couldn't quite tell if it got tipped away. Yeah. She tried to break right through the Michigan press, but Michigan zone.
Something I've learned is that when something looks awkward, it probably is wrong. So it looked like it was just a little bit awkward there when she was coming down the floor.
1:20 left to play here in the third quarter. Michigan holds an 11-point lead, 40-29. Kaiser's pass out to Maddie Nolan. She drives hard to the left and kicks back to Kenray Johnson. Inside-out pass. Now back inside. Emily Kaiser up with the left hand. That one blocked by Rubin, but Danielle Rausch there on the rebound. Kicks it outside to Haley Brown. At the buzzer. Gets it to go.
Wow. What a touch pass there by Emily Kaiser. Absolutely beautiful.
Right at the buzzer at the shot clock. Haley Brown gets that one to go. Michigan barely avoiding a shot clock violation. Their lead now 14. Still in that 2-3 zone. A frame, not a good three-point shooter, decides to pass up the open look. She's got all the space in the world. Pass now inside to Kennedy Myers, and she draws the foul. Looks like that one going to be on 33. Emily Kaiser again. She has 4 fouls now. She's going to check out. It's going to be Emily Kaiser and Kenray Johnson going to take a seat. Amy Dilk and Naz Hillman checking back in with 30 seconds left here in the third quarter.
that's just an offensive substitution there by Kim Barnes-Rico, trying to get a great last play in these last 30 seconds after these free throws.
Great job by the Michigan reinforcements in these past couple minutes, just kind of holding down the ship, keeping that lead, and allowing Naz Hillman and Amy Dilk to get some much-needed rest.
And honestly, even extending the lead. They have, I think when they came in, they were only up by 12, and now it's 14, and so it's a great thing to, like, take down the clock, but also up your lead as you go on.
Kennedy Miles' first free throw doesn't go, but she knocks down the second. So score now 43-30 with 26 seconds left to play here. Shot and game clock are the same. Danielle Roush on the left wing kicks it up top to Haley Brown. Haley Brown's pass to the corner to Maddie Nolan. She sets her screen. Nolan kicks back to the corner to Roush. 6 seconds left to the corner. Nolan. 3, 2. Her pass intended for Haley Brown, not going to go. That shot's not going to go as well. Michigan kind of catches a break there at the end. Maddie Nolan just turns it right over in a situation where you need to get a shot off, just throws it right in the hands of Kennedy Miles, but Niles lost her dribble on what would have been a wide-open fast break layup, and she doesn't get a shot off at all at the end. So going into the fourth quarter, Michigan holding a 13-point lead, 43-30.
Yeah, crazy sequence there. Kind of just the loss of time for both teams, and so the Illinois squad definitely got the worst of that with not getting a shot off with the game clock running out. And so here we are at the beginning of the fourth, and this Illinois squad is still somewhat in this game. We've seen scoring droughts from both sides. We've seen both teams not being able to do well on the offensive side, and so definitely Illinois can come back, yet they need so much more than just offense. They need great defense. They need someone in lockdown. Naz Hillman, they need to make sure that they're forcing more turnovers, forcing more errant passes, forcing more fouls. And so the name of the game is just keep that clock keep as much of the clock as you can on the floor, and also get as many points as you can with that clock. And so I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but I know that it is possible for this Illinois team to come back in this last quarter.
Yeah, especially if Michigan, something happens and Naz Hillman picks up a couple early fouls. They'll have to go back to the bench. Emily Kaiser with only one to spare before she fouls out. Cameron Williams does, in fact, have all 5. She's yet to play so far in this contest. It looks like the quarter's just about to get ready going. As we head into the fourth quarter, as the horn sounds, Michigan up 13, 43-30. Really the highlight of that third quarter, that last-second three-pointer by Haley Brown. An awkward string of events led to Emily Kaiser with kind of her back to the basket with just 2 seconds left on the shot clock. She kind of volleyball passed it out to Haley Brown, who had a quick catch and shoot, catch high, shoot high, and gets it to go.
Yeah, great recognition of the clock, too. In some of those instances, people don't know how hard it is to forget where you are in the shot clock. And so for Emily Kaiser to just know where she was at that time was great.
Haley Brown sets a high ball screen for Maddie Nolan. Nolan doesn't like what she sees, picks up her dribble. Now she's kind of trapped. Eventually gets it to Brown right at the 5-second mark. Brown dribbles with the left hand, picks up her dribble, back to Nolan. Nolan fumbles it a little bit. Inside to Hillman. Hillman outside to Roush. Roush with an inside-out 3, gets it to go. Danielle Roush, her first three-point attempt of the day, and gets it to fall. Michigan's lead now 16.
What a great stroke there by Danielle Roush.
A frame now on the right wing. Michigan back in the 2-3 zone. Terry in the corner. Maddie Nolan's guarding her closely. Peebles up top. Ball gets swung all the way around the horn. Ball back to the corner now. Terry showed the shot fake, kicks it up to Peebles. Peebles with an open 3, hits every part of the rim and falls out. That's unfortunate there for Peebles. Now it's Hillman by herself at the top of the key. Shows her shot, but Rubin obviously not too tricked by that one. Kicks to the outside. Amy Dilk's pass inside to Haley Brown. Her turnaround jumper gets that one to go. That's fundamental for HB.
Yeah.
That's a shot we've seen her hit throughout her entire career here at Michigan. That catch just kind of in the short corner, face up, and just knock it down. At 6'2", 6'3", around there, and especially with a high release, that's an easy shot to get up over pretty much anybody.
Yeah, great play there by Haley Brown. I mean, she had a rougher start to this game offensively, but she's really come into her own this third and fourth quarter, and now she has 8 points on the day. So she's getting there. She's getting to where she normally averages every game, and so it definitely shows that she's resilient in that even if she's having a bad half, she can come back and do well.
Yeah, Haley Brown, the senior, averaging 10 points a game exactly. She's sitting at 8 right now, third in scoring for the Wolverines, behind Naz Hillman and Akenway Johnson, who have 19 and 11.
You want to hear my idea for any basketball game?
Let's hear it.
I think that every quarter should be their own game, okay? And I think that at the end of the day, if you're tied, then you look at the overall score to see who wins. Come on. I just think it's a great idea overall. You got 4 mini games.
You mean like you're playing best 3 out of 4?
Basically, yes. With the tiebreak being the overall score, which is generally this. I mean, it's still timed, still shot clocks.
I don't see why that would be necessary at all, if I'm being completely honest.
It just shows that, like for example, in this game, if the Illini had won one of the quarters, then they're winning. They're winning one, and Michigan has won 2. So all the Illini have to do is just win this quarter to tie it, and then they would lose the game, but they still have a chance. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I don't know. I was just thinking about that the other day. I think it would work for both
I don't
men's
think it
and
really
college.
makes sense, like logistically. Imagine a team wins quarters 1, 2, and 3 by scores of 2-0 each quarter, and then in the fourth quarter they lose 50-3.
They still win. They still win because they won 3 quarters.
Exactly, which makes no sense.
That makes absolute sense.
It makes no
to me.
sense. Anyway, back to the action. As that timeout wraps up. Nabeel and I can discuss his bad ideas for basketball later. As Terry's going to bring this one up top. Michigan still in their 2-3 zone. Peebles guarded by Dilk. Peebles driving hard with the left hand, decides to pull it back out, kicks up top to Terry. Terry with a 1-dribble pull-up 3 off the front of the rim. Niles Hillman pulls in her 9th rebound. Michigan pushing the tempo now. 3 from the corner for Maddie Nolan. That one off the front of the rim, not going to go. Nas picks it up. That's going to be her 10th rebound. She's got a double-double. Sorry, make that her 11th rebound. She's got 19 and 11. Terry just doing what she does, pushing the ball in transition, gets a foul call from Maddie Nolan. Airballs the layup, but she will go to the line to shoot 2. Michigan's lead 18, 48-30 here with 8 minutes left to play.
I'd like to see Terry take a step in on those threes. She's shot a couple today, and she's just left it a little bit short. And if she were to step in a tiny bit more, I think she'd be able to make those.
Yeah, she could afford, as she knocks down that first free throw, she could afford to take a step in and still take the 3. She's been taking them from well outside the line.
Yeah.
Her second free throw drops down, so Michigan now holding just a 16-point lead. Dilk pushing it in transition, swings it up top to HB. Haley Brown kicks it back to Dilk now, sets a ball screen. Dilk has to fight through that one. Pass to the corner to Roush. Roush getting trapped now. Somebody's open. Lob pass inside to Hillman from Amy Dilk. What a pass. Nas gets that one to go.
It was a drop in a bucket kind of pass there. Beautiful.
The double team and the trap came back to bite Illinois in the end. As that pass inside to Rubin. She gets that one to go. Right in the face of Haley Brown. She's got 6 points and 4 rebounds.
Great play there, too. But Ava Rubin just getting down low and hitting a small baby hook jumper.
Dilk's bounce pass inside to Naz Hillman. Gets fouled as she goes up. Nice step through. Can't convert on the layup as it hits the bottom of the rim, but she's going to go to the line to shoot 2. She's 5 for 7 so far in the afternoon on free throws.
I like how easily Naz can get to the free throw line. She has a whole sort of moves that she can use down low to where she just kind of like throws it up or flips it up, and somehow, in some way, she ends up finding that foul.
Hillman's first attempt off the back rim.
The mark of a great player like James Harden.
Naz's second attempt from the charity stripe drops down. So she's got 22 points now. Michigan hasn't came out of that 2-3 zone for a while now. 7 minutes left to play. 3 ball from Terry off the front of the rim. Again, another deep one.
Yeah.
Hillman pulls down the rebound and gets fouled on the ground.
Yeah, just a step in would be perfect for Terry. I think she'd hit a bunch more threes, and she has the room to do it. And maybe she's getting confused with the double 3-point lines here in Wolverines.
It's a little concerning, that last foul, if you are Illinois. That one going on Eva Rubin. She's got 4 personals. So if you are the Wolverines, you're going to look to attack her. Danielle Roush coming off a pin-down screen. Kicks it back to Dilk. Dilk inside to Naz Hillman. Hillman looking to take advantage of it. Up and under, gets the contact, but no foul call. She gets it to go, though. She's got 24.
Yeah, great defense there by Rubin to try to stop Naz Hillman. And there's not much you can do with 4 fouls when one more just fouls you out. And so Naz Hillman took advantage of that and got an easy bucket, giving her 24 points.
If you're the Wolverines, you pretty much got to go at her every time. She's been a menace to this Wolverines team all game, as Peebles with a nice pull-up jumper from the elbow.
Yeah, beautiful there. She stepped in. Even though she's giving up a three-pointer, she stepped in to make the shot.
Pass inside to Hillman. Hillman kicks it back out to Roush. Haley Brown with an open 3. Not going to go. Rattled around, and Hillman pulls it down. There's going to be a foul called. Rubin was in the vicinity. And looks like it is going to be on her, so she's going to head to the bench.
Great rebound there by Naz Hillman, surrounded by 3 Illini players, and getting the foul call on Ava Rubin to take her out of this game.
Maddie Nolan heads to the bench. Kenway Johnson checks back in. Set to go underneath the basket on the loose ball foul. Amy Dilk set to inbound. Just under 6 minutes left to play here as Illinois makes a number of substitutions.
Just trying to get a 5th person in there.
Score now 53-36 in favor of the Wolverines. Dilk looking for something. Lob pass up top to Haley Brown. Dilk gets the ball screen from Naz Hillman. Pull up deep, 2. Not going to go. But Kenway Johnson able to pull down the loose rebound. Great hustle there by the 5th-year senior. Another foul called. That one inside. Is Naz Hillman
Things getting a little chippy
and
down
Kennedy
there.
Miles share some words. The referee gets right in Hillman's face and looks like she's telling her to knock it off.
Yeah, there's no need for that for either team, really. I mean, you're getting towards the end of the game, and I appreciate the competitiveness, but it's not something that needs to be done.
Hillman heads to the bench. Emily Kaiser is going to check in. Keep in mind, though, she does have 4 personal fouls. Inbounds pass gets in to a Kenway Johnson. Johnson driving with the left hand, kicks back to Amy Dilk outside. Long skip pass to Haley Brown. Haley Brown's 3, not going to go. Loose ball gets tipped around, but eventually Peebles pulls it down. She's going to go in transition now. Little handoff pass to Terry. Terry back up top to Peebles, all the way around the horn, and ball now in the hands of Lyric Robbins. 2-3 zone seems to have been working. Peebles, nice floater from rest outside the elbow, not going to go. But Illinois able to clean it back up. Kenway Johnson on the defense there on that drive. Terry with a nice right behind the back to get all the way to the rack. Had Danielle Roush on her hip and pulled it back behind her back for just a wide open layup. Nice move there.
Yeah, one of the prettiest moves of the day there. Just kind of letting the defender go by as she pulled it behind her back and ran forward for the easy lay-in.
Terry's got 17 of her own. The lead for Michigan, 53-38. Bounce pass inside to Emily Kaiser. She squares up. Nice pass to Kenray Johnson. She was wide open but misses the left-handed layup. Illinois trying to take advantage of it. Kennedy Miles all the way in transition. Misses it and then immediately picks up just a bad foul. That one just looked like she was frustrated and tried to poke out the ball from the hands of Amy Dilk, who just pulled in that rebound. So Dilk's going to go to the line and shoot 2 free throws as Michigan is in the bonus. 4:27 left to play here in the fourth quarter.
And that's something you can use to your advantage as you go on to the rest of the game. The Illini look like they're out of this game, or the game's out of reach for them. Down 15 with only 5 minutes left, and when the other team's in the bonus, that's even tougher. So that's going to be one of the main takeaways from today has been you got to have offensive. You got to have an offensive groove going into quarters, so that you can keep up with a team that has a better offensive strategy going down the game.
Dilk knocks down both free throws and heads to the bench. Maddie Nolan's going to check in for her. The lead for Michigan now 17, 55-38 here with 4:20 left to play. Illinois getting close to desperation time here. Terry tries to drive baseline. Emily Kaiser doing a nice job to step in front of her. She gets all the way to the rack and gets called for a travel.
I didn't see that one. That one looked to be pretty clean.
It'll be a timeout called. This one for Illinois. They've got 1 remaining. So 4 minutes and 11 seconds left to play here in the game. Michigan holding a comfortable lead, 55-38. Michigan also sitting in the bonus right now. You know, the story of this game, same as usual. Naz Hillman, 0-0, 24 points, 13 boards. She's put Michigan in the driver's seat here in this one. And Kenray Johnson also having a very good game. 2 rebounds shy of a double-double with 11 points and 8 boards. As the horn sounds and both teams come out of the timeout, on the court for the Wolverines is going to be Johnson, Kaiser, Nolan, Amy Dilk, and Haley Brown.
It just looks too easy out there for Naz Hillman. She's having her way, and so she doesn't need to come back in this game, but she's already made her mark on the final score of this game.
Illinois has now switched to a full court press. Haley Brown decides to call timeout to avoid the turnover, so going right back to the huddles. 4:11 still to play.
Right back to hearing us talk. More of my ideas coming out. No, I'm joking.
Nabeel, if they're as bad as that first one, I don't think anybody wants to hear it.
That was a great idea.
It was awful.
That was fantastic. I don't know what you're talking about. I think it would have play, honestly. I'm going to create a league.
It sounds like the rules for like a middle school basketball tournament.
Yeah, the NBA Nabeel Basketball Tournament. Or Nabeel Basketball Association. Come on. I think it just sounds great. I think it would just create a more fun atmosphere for those games where like someone's getting blown out in one quarter. Oh wait, they can still come back. Okay then.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Well, okay, so on this in this game, Michigan has played extremely well. They are 30 points under their average score for the game, for their season, and so their offense is still sluggish from last game. I think they're still not clicking as they were early on in the season, and maybe that's because they're playing higher level teams. Maybe teams are having more rest, coming off breaks and stuff. But you still want Michigan to somehow get back to that groove where they're scoring 80 points a game.
Michigan gets the ball, and Emily Kaiser, what an athletic pass. Amy Dilk threw it deep for her, and it went too far. Kaiser on the run, jumps out of bounds, catches it, and turns around in midair to dish it to Kenray Johnson. Johnson now with 13.
Great Great runner in the back there. Kermit Johnson covering up for Emily Kaiser in that errant pass earlier.
Lyric Robbins knocks down a three that didn't even make the net move. Amy Dilk kind of caught right here, and she's going to get fouled on the ground. She's going to go to the line and shoot two. Illinois, they've moved to a full court trap.
That's something that I wish I could have seen from Illinois early on in this game. I think it would have helped, and I think Michigan has been largely untested in the full court press, and so that's something that the Illinois coaching staff should have employed earlier on. Maybe would have helped them keep this game a little closer for them to have come back.
Dilk perfect from the line so far. She knocks down that one. She's now 3 for 3. 8 points and 8 rebounds for the point guard, Amy Dilk. Next free throw, that one's going to drop, so she's at 9 now. Perfect 4 for 4 from the line. Michigan now still holding this comfortable lead. 3:30 left to play. Lyric Robbins for another three on the outside, not going to go. Kenway Johnson pulls it down and dishes it out front to Amy Dilk with all the room in the world. Wide open layup, gets it to go.
Beautiful pass there.
Dilk's got 11. That's where the press just kind of bites you. 3 ball. That one's going to go. What a shot. That one from a frame. Not a good three-point shooter at all. We haven't really seen that at all from her this year. So Kenway Johnson just beats the press by herself, and Michigan just going to look to run out the clock here. Just under 3 minutes left to play. Michigan up 61-44. Dilk gets the high ball screen from Haley Brown, decides not to use it. Brown vacates and rolls hard to the basket. Amy Dilk's pass intended for is going to go out of bounds. Checking in for Haley Brown is going to be the freshman, number 25, Whitney Solom. As Lyric Robbins rolls this one in.
Great to see Whitney Solom there on the court.
Ball kicked back up top to Kennedy Myers, guarded closely by Solom. 3 ball from the corner, that one off the back iron. Maddie Nolan's going to pull it down. Dishes to Amy Dilk, who kicks it right up to Kenway Johnson, and this one's pretty much all but over. Johnson driving hard to the basket, gets the and one, and gets it to fall. That foul going to be on Lyric Robbins. For a second there, it looked like Michigan was just going to try to dribble out the clock as much as they could. Kenway Johnson just kind of stood on the wing for a second and then decided, you know what, I'm going to attack. Gets all the way to the basket, gets it to fall. She's got 15 with a chance to make it 16 here from the line. Her free throw off the front of the rim, so she's going to go 4 for 5 on the day from the line. Amy Dilk with the rebound, though. One shy of a double-double.
Oh,
Solom with the hook shot and gets it to go. What a pass, and what a shot by Whitney Solom.
Beautiful move. That looked like a modern-day NBA center.
3 ball outside for Peebles, not going to go. Myers able to pull down the rebound, though. Looking for the pass outside, swung it around and just decided to pull it herself. Ball gets batted all the way around. It's going to be called a jump ball. It's going to stay Illinois ball. Maddie Nolan and Kenway Johnson right there. Checking into the game now is going to be Cameron Williams and Michelle Sedor. Looks like they're coming in for Emily Kaiser and Maddie Nolan.
These inbound plays for Illinois have been a source of great importance to them.
Frame looking for something, eventually kicks it out top to Kennedy Myers. Myers working one-on-one against the freshman Williams, gets all the way to the bucket.
Really nice drive there.
Miles just taking advantage of the fact that she's just more athletic than Cameron Williams there. Dilk kicks up top to Solom. Solom over to Kenway Johnson. Johnson with a pass inside to Solom, gets it up and gets it to go. And one opportunity for the freshman, Whitney Solom, getting her opportunity late here and making it count.
Yeah, she is playing absolutely incredibly these last 2 possessions on the offensive end. Great cut there by Solom. Great awareness by her to take in the contact and kind of throw it up there and give herself an opportunity for the and one, which she has done.
Solom's free throw up and good, so she's got 5 points here. late in this fourth quarter, making her minutes count. Michigan still sitting in this 2-3 zone. They've got a comfortable lead as a travel's called. And it's going to be Megan Fizo checking in for Amy Dilk. Fizo's first appearance of the night, as Michigan holds a comfortable 22-point lead here with 1:24 left to play.
And in these last few minutes, Michigan has upped their score to now 68 points and getting close to the average.
Johnson tries to break the press, but Lyric Robbins just picks her pocket and gets an easy layup. Illinois not giving up yet.
Unfortunate there from the Michigan bench squad not being able to break that press.
Solom gets the pass inside to Akenray Johnson, who's immediately fouled by a frame. So Johnson's going to go to the line and shoot 2. She's at 15 points right now, 1 rebound shy of a double-double. Johnson just a historically good free throw shooter for this Wolverines team. 2 dribbles, spins it in the left hand.
Nope.
Goes off the back iron. Might have jinxed her there a little bit.
Yeah,
so
there's
Johnson's
the
total
jinx.
still sitting at 15. Cedor sitting all the way out back. That one hits every part of the rim and drops out.
You got to be feeling pretty bad there for her, Charlie, don't you?
A frame pushing the ball in transition. Kicks it outside. Peebles for 3. Not going to go. Solom pulls down the rebound. Out to Johnson as the clock winds under a minute here. Michigan still holding their 20-point lead, 68-48. There's going to be a timeout. Looks like the referee called it a little miscommunication there between the shot clock and the game clock, looks like. They've got that all figured out, and they're going to inbound from the side now. Megan Fizo set to inbound. Gets it in cleanly to Akenray Johnson. Fizo comes off the double stack. And that one's going to go out of bounds. Pass intended for Fizo, tipped away by Lyric Robbins. And looks like it went off the fingertips of Megan Fizo there right at the end.
Oh, good move.
Nice. Couldn't agree more, Nabeel. Nice left to right cross from Terry. Dishes it over to Kennedy Myers. Fizo now working to break the press. Dishes it up to Michelle Cedor. Lob pass inside for Solom. Solom to Akenray Johnson, and that one goes. Johnson with 17. Solom had an opportunity to put it in herself, decided to go for the assist, and that's going to do it here pretty much as Peebles' shot not going to go. As Michigan pulls down the rebound, Fizo getting on the scoreboard. And that is going to do it as the clock runs down. Michigan with a commanding victory, 70-50 in a Big Ten title match. Sorry, Big Ten conference match. And Michigan stays undefeated. What a game from the Michigan Wolverines. Highlights for this team: Naz Hillman, 24 points, 13 rebounds. Akenray Johnson with 17 points of her own. Amy Dilk with 11 and Haley Brown with 8. This Michigan team just looked really, really good in the late second half.
Yeah, they made some great in-game adjustments at halftime. They came out stronger offensively. They had some good defensive stretches in the second half, and so this Michigan squad is one to threaten this Big Ten conference, and so the only undefeated team left, I believe, in the Big Ten conference, and so we're looking at a good season for this Michigan squad and something that Illinois can definitely work to improve off of from this game.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Nabeel. But as we said, that is going to do it for Michigan, or for WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan women's basketball. We would like to thank you for tuning in. Again, this has been Charlie Brigham and Nabeel Baig. We're going to sign off like we always do. A good night and go blue.